Hi, welcome to this video. I'm recording this video on M.L.K Jr. Day, the 6th, 15th, 16th? Anyways, M.L.K Day, M.L.K Jr. Day. I'm just filming this, saying this because I don't know I'm gonna get this video in time before today's over. So if I don't, this is the day I'm filming it on, just let anyone know. But I'm recording this video because, I want to show you something cool, and it coincides with M.L.K Day. And now for context, my mom and my stepfather, when they got this house many years ago, my mom went downstairs in the crawl space, and she found all kinds of, like, old newspapers and magazines from, like, oh gosh, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Like, old newspapers, magazines, little booklets. And me being a history buff, I love history, and when she showed me that, I found that cool. And she found this, and she gave it to me because I'm really big into, like I said, history, but especially civil rights history, LGBTQ history, because it's part of American history and history in general, and should definitely be talked more about, outside of school too. But anyways, with that being said, that context out of the way, I want to show you guys something really cool. My mom found this, and it's pretty good condition. It has some wear and tear throughout the years, but it's very legible and it's cool. I love it. Like I said, history buff, love it. Anyways, enough blabbling. My mom found this. It's a Jet magazine. Magazine talking about MLK's assassination in 1968. Jet magazine, which is pretty much, I don't know if they're still in publication, but back then it was mostly like, if I recall correctly, it's a magazine like geared towards the African American community in America. If I'm correct, I think I might be, but I might not be. I don't know. But yeah, this is Jet magazine, announcement of MLK's assassination. 25 cents, which, I mean, obviously back then was cheaper, because now everything's inflation, and, anyways. King's Love and Legacy has a photo of him, and his birth date, which is January 15th, 1929, to April 4th, 1968, and like I said, there was some wear and tear on it, obviously the bottom part of it, because, people, the way they hold it, flipping through it, and obviously the spine. I mean, the spine's gonna obviously have some wear and tear because of, flipping it through it. The back ain't too bad. I mean, there's like a little bit of a hole. Like, you don't know if you can see it. But other than that, it's in pretty good condition. There's no pages. None of the pages are torn out. I mean, it talks about his history, his life, what he did during his life, his birth, and obviously his death. The fact that he was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and the fact that he got assassinated in, I believe, Memphis, Memphis, Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee. Hold on, let me just make sure I don't, say the wrong place. Pretty sure it was Memphis, Tennessee, or somewhere in Tennessee. But, it shows, him getting arrested because he got arrested a lot of times. And apologies if I'm not correct on the location of assassination, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in Tennessee. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments nicely. M.L.K with Rosa Parks, which she was really big with, civil rights history and stuff. He got arrested a lot of times because back then they didn't want a man like him who had, who was talking about peace and love and live thy neighbor and all that kind of stuff, to say things. I mean, it was back then, but it's still messed up how back then it was the way it was. Um, it's interesting to look at and read about because it is history. It is physical embodiment of history. Like I said, M.L.K in jail. Most of these photos of him either being locked up or being escorted by the cops. Iron Man. This is the protest he went to. Well, not went to, but he was going to be part of the when he got assassinated. And then obviously him in the casket. I don't know if I can show it on YouTube. I mean, something gory. It just looks like he's asleep. And obviously they include the I Have a Dream speech. I might, during Black History Month, I might make a video reading this during Black History Month. I mean, let me know in the comments if you would like that. Him playing pool. Him getting hugged by a young boy. It says here on the bottom, my hero, hugged by a real pal on one of his frequent visits to ghetto schools. To inspire youngsters, Dr. M.L.K King, M.L. King, made it a point to let the youth of the nation know that while others were out there, out of tune with the times, he was vigorously aware of the future generation. So he put a lot of, I guess you can say, hope into the future generation, after his generation, which is good because, let's just say, the generation after the millennials, which I believe I fall under, y'all ate Tide Pods. I don't think there's any hope for the next generations after you. Sorry, but yeah, this is just interesting to look at, read about. Sketch of the suspect, which was what was his name? I'm trying to think of his name. What was the person who shot? James Away. Okay. This Chris Scott King with him on his hospitalization for, I believe there was an assassination attempt prior to his actual assassination that he survived. This is Chris Scott. No, she's a good woman. She stood by her man. He was a good man. It's a shame that he got unalived. I don't know if I can say the other K word that goes with being unalived, because YouTube. But yeah, he was a good man. He did a lot of good things. And there's him at the Washington Memorial. Not Washington, Lincoln Memorial. I'm sorry, my bad. And it says his birth and his death. Born to Reverend and Miss Martin Luther King Sr. at their home, 501 Auburn Ave, Atlanta, Georgia. On January 15, 1929, the son officially listed as Michael Luther King Jr., whose name would later be changed to Martin Luther King Jr. And then talks about his death. Died Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was 39 when he got assassinated, which is young, very young. Because if you want to, I believe he would be 94, 95. He'd be somewhere in his 90s. Sorry, I can't finish my nose. 1964 Nobel Peace Prize winner. A.B. degree, Morehouse College, 1948. B.D. degree, Coryzor Theological Seminary, 1951. Ph.D. degree, Boston University, 1955. Married Claire Scott, June 17, 1953. Children, Yolanda Denise, Martin Luther III, Dexter Bernice, Pastor Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, Montgomery, Alabama. I'm not gonna read all of it because it's a lot. But he was a good man. It's a shame that his life ended the way it ended. It stinks. I mean, this happened in like 68, so my math ain't great, so I'm trying to do the math. So 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So, I want to say 50, 50, 50, 60 years since he got. Am I off? Oh, I'm trying to do math because my math ain't great. I think it might have been around 50 or 60 years since he got, assassinated. I think. Like I said, my math ain't great. My math stinks. So I can reach my nose. But anyways, I just want to make a quick video to celebrate MLK and also to, show the history I have. The Jet magazine. And like I said, tell me in the comments below if you would want me to read the I Have a Dream speech during Black History Month next month, and I'll do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the beginning of Black History Month, I'm going to do middle, I don't know what. I don't know if I'm going to do videos talking about Black people throughout history. I might not, I don't know. If I do, I'm going to have to do a lot of research, like right now. But, I just want to say Happy Black History Month. I mean, not Black History Month, I'm sorry. Happy, M.L.K. Day. Happy birthday to, Martin Luther King Jr. What else? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say. But just be good to each other. Don't be dummies to one another. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.